The screen went black. I'm hoping it does not do this again. Let's check this out. Okay, I'm not messing with anything else, y'all. Let's leave it like this. Everybody, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. We already know what it is. RIYADH season, Canelo Alvarez, Jake Paul talking trash. The boxing game, the boxing world, crazy right now. What is going on? JJVF, yo, I wanted to ask you. I saw you. How you doing, first of all? You said at the fight this past weekend, I know you had a good time, but you said that it did not sell out. Chimmy, what's going on, brother? I think in the comment section that you said that it was that it did not sell out, that they had the top layer covered. Is that true? And the only reason I'm asking, because Benavidez said that they sold out the arena, and I didn't doubt it. I took his word for it, you know? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the live. Hopefully they come in. Hopefully they come in and we talk about it, baby. RIYADH season. What up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Drop it in where you're from. Check in with your boy, and then we will start talking about it. How's everyone doing this Friday night? 2 likes. All right, man. Let's get more likes going on. Let's get more likes going on. If you're here, if you've never been part of the live, hit that subscribe button. Mike Trades, what is going on with you, brother? How you doing, dog? Happy Friday night to you, good sir. She said 100% did not. I was towards the back and I have tickets to prove I was there. Giant curtains covering the upper halves. Hey. Steven, what's going on, sir? Turkey making lots of great moves. Absolutely. Oxnard, California in the building. El Padrino, what is going on, good sir? Let's let more people come in here, man, because I have a feeling that the conversation is going to go. My bad, you guys. My damn dog is chewing one of my kids' pencils. I'm sorry. I know that the conversation is going to go all over the place, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. So by now, you guys, this has been a crazy boxing week. All right, crazy boxing week. Gospel by Isaac, one of the best channels out here. All love. Oh, yo. I take that one here, brother. I take that from here. Thank you, my man, Isaac. God bless you, good sir. Thank you, man. Thank you for stopping through, man. Thank you for stopping through. We'll let a little bit more people get in here, and then we'll start talking about it, because this week has been like a roller coaster, okay? Listen, I know a lot of you guys are content creators, and you feel me on this, right? But you get taken on a ride, because when you hear news, you go to sources to see how real it is, to see who's talking about it, and you just put it out there. Now, this week has been just roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster. And even now, man, let me see, Mike Trades, yo, you got to hop on IBFP Live one day so we could all chop it up about boxing. I would love to, man. But it's been all over the place. And even now, man, we're not certain. I saw an interview with Turkish Al-Sheikh in Ring Magazine. No, it wasn't with Ring Magazine. It was another one. They were talking to Turkey anyway, man. And he was saying, we'll talk about it, man. Let's let more people get in here. Even the video I made earlier that I hope you guys saw that I dropped it early this morning, man, when I announced the possible opponents for Canelo. Some of the only one that was certain out of all of those, there were 2 of them. Well, one, Terrence Crawford, that one is for September. That one is certain. That one is being made. As far as his opponent for May, his opponent for next February and next October is still not official. There's a lot of names that got thrown out there, right? There was Hamza Shiraz. There was Jamal Charlo. There was Bruce Sarasa, the guy that just beat Jaime Munguia. There's names thrown all over the place, but clear cut up and down. Michigan in the building. What's up, bro? I think that Canelo did this, obviously, to make some cheddar, right? But Canelo ultimately wants the Dimitri Bivol rematch. That's the fight that Canelo is hungry for. He wants to fight Dimitri Bivol again. JJVF, I absolutely will. I just got to get more savvy with it to let people discuss. I just got to get more. I'll be honest with you. Right now, I'm not completely sure on how to use this YouTube. I know how to use it straight up and down. I make a video, I upload it. I'm still learning, believe it or not. My problem is I don't take time to learn. I jump right into making videos and jumping in these kind of conversations. But yeah, I would love to. I would absolutely love to. So anyway, what I was saying though is that it's not even certain who he's going to be fighting here in May. Okay, earlier it was said Jamal and it was said Bruce Arase. That is not the case though. Turkish Al Sheikh said it himself. He just put that news out there, but it's not real. The only fight that's official, well, until Canelo announces it, it's official, right? No, that'd be dope. Let me see. Padrino's been crazy. There's a lot of fake info. Not. Oh, Padrino, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. So it's out there all over the place, man. But again, the only ones that I think Canelo is chasing, the Crawford fight, I think that's a gift to Turkish Al Sheikh because Turkey has been wanting that fight. Turkish Al Sheikh, he holds Terence Crawford to a very, very high level, is what I'm noticing from that interview that I just saw. He puts him way, way up there. With good reason. Everybody has the right to put a fighter that high, right? But he really puts Terence Crawford up there, and he pretty much wants to see Terence Crawford tested against Canelo Alvarez. So that's almost a treat for Turkish Al Sheikh. I know that Canelo wants the Dimitri Bivol. That's the one that he wants. Vazia, I believe you're from Russia. What's going on, sir? Stephen Crosby, if Benavidez gets the undisputed at 175, then we have no more excuses not to fight him. He will put a rehydration clause on him. We shall see, man. We shall see. Benavidez has to get that first, though, man. But again, man, no dates are secure right now. Right now, what we know, it's a 4-fight deal. And what I was seeing, Bivol's style would beat Canelo 10 out of 10 times. He does have the style to hurt him, man. But Canelo is a special fighter, just like Bivol is a special fighter. Can he make adjustments, right? Can he make adjustments? Melvin Harris, my man, what's going on, good sir? Canelo gonna get his butt beat again. He'll never fight Benavidez. I got a question for you, Melvin. When Canelo chose to fight Bivol, did you call it a cherry pick? And be honest, brother. Be honest, my man. Be honest. Just say it, bro. When he chose to fight Bivol, did you give him props for fighting, for choosing to fight Bivol? Jumping up in weight class, being the face of boxing? Did you give him props or did you say it was a cherry pick? Be real with it. Canelo is good when they are standing in front of him like Triple G. I don't know, man. Canelo, Caleb Plant wasn't standing in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I can name a whole bunch of fighters that were not standing in front of him. But just a simple question. Kamikaze, what's going on, sir? Ah, Melvin, bro. So, okay, so in other words, you did think it was a cherry pick. Okay, so now that Bivol is fighting Benavidez, do you think that Benavidez is fighting a cherry pick in Bivol? Or were you not even familiar with Bivol before Canelo fought him, therefore you just called him a cherry pick? Because if you know the sport, okay, so why did Plant run out of gas, Steven? Why did he run out of gas? Why didn't he just box Canelo up? How did Canelo stop him? Mind you, Canelo stopped him. Big Bad Benavidez didn't stop him. Okay? Now, to Melvin, if you knew the sport, bro, and I'm not questioning you. I'm just going off of what you're saying. Plant always gasses, okay, but Canelo stopped him. Canelo's the only one that stopped him, and he fought Benavidez. But I'm just asking, bro, did you think it was a cherry pick? Ward ran from Benavidez and Bivol. He retired before he fought them, man. We can't say that. Why are you changing it to Ward, though, man? I thought we were talking about Canelo. So it's a question to y'all. Did you guys think it was a cherry pick? Styles do make fights. I guarantee. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Styles make fights. The Mexican G, what's good, though? Welcome to the live. Well, he didn't completely maul him because... So, Melvin, you did think it was a cherry pick. Well, I'm sorry, bro, that you thought it was a cherry pick, but anybody that follows the sport would know that Bivol was a special fighter. And this is another thing. Bro. Servicero, what's good, bro? Nobody, Canelo being the face of boxing, bringing in all the fans, challenged himself, jumped up a weight class, and faced the number 2 ranked light heavyweight in Dimitri Bivol at that time. Who else in the sport is doing that? Who else that is of high dollar is doing that? Tank Davis, sure as hell, is not doing it. Okay, Benavidez might do it. You know, he got the fight with Morrell. He might do it. He's put in line to do it. But think about it. In the position that he's in. Come on, bro. Challenge himself by fighting Benavidez. Melvin, who's a better fighter? Yo. Challenge himself by finding Benavidez. Yo, Melvin, what do you see in Benavidez' game? And I'm asking in all seriousness, bro. What do you see in his game that gives Canelo problems? Benavidez beat up Plant and put him to the hospital. He may have done all those things, but he did not stop him. He did not stop him. That's what the people want. I won't argue with that. There's a lot amount of people that do want that. You know, back in the day, they were also calling for Floyd Mayweather to fight Triple G too. It just happens. Oh, Mike, but I like these. I like having conversation, bro. I got a knack for the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I say Mexican G. That's something fair to say because Canelo's getting a little older. That's something fair for real. But what I am gonna say though, man, is that you got to think about styles when it comes to this, bro. Canelo is not a young buck anymore, but he is a seasoned vet. Okay, a seasoned vet that knows how to fight, who has seen all styles. Okay, Benavidez, clear victory over David Morrell, and guess what? I clap for that fight because he did good. He won convincingly. But the man took a lot of punishment from a David Morrell that did not go to the body. You realize Canelo, man, he starts beating at your arms. He starts beating at your... Dude, it's a whole different fight. Not counting Benavidez out of that fight of beating Canelo, because any fighter could beat another fighter, but you got to keep it real, man. Canelo ducking Benavidez and scared now. That's what Benavidez' next move. Fight the next loser, Zurdo, and duck Bivol. Benavidez is relentless. He will walk Canelo down. He actually gets stronger as the fight progresses. Canelo will gas. So, Melvin, you realize that Canelo hasn't stopped anyone but Plant. Yeah, but he stopped Plant, and Benavidez didn't. Mind you, all of 5'7" of Canelo stopped Caleb Plant, and Benavidez didn't. The monster did not. Munguia did just get stopped by Saucer. Absolutely, he did. You're not helping your case, bro. Munguia and Saucer is not Plant and Benavidez. Okay. Stephen Crosby, you realize that your boy Benavidez just fought a dude with 11 pro fights. If you want to go that route, we could go that route. Okay, and his styles. Okay, so what? I love this, you guys. I love this. Canelo takes a lot of shots. Have you seen the numbers that he takes his shots? You don't take my word for it, bro. Let me just tell you like this. When Floyd Mayweather was active, Canelo was only second to Floyd Mayweather of hitting and not getting hit. Second to Floyd Money Mayweather. Okay? That's just real talk. I don't make this up. I'm not in the ring. Don't shoot the messenger. No. Canelo doesn't struggle with guys that come forward, bro. If you come forward against Canelo, that's what Canelo wants. Canelo wants you to come into him. Canelo wants you to come towards him. That's when Canelo's at his strongest because Canelo is a natural, he's a natural counter puncher. He gave Morrell what he wants. He kept coming. It doesn't matter, man. I'm talking about the logic of saying 9 knockouts. I'm saying, well, he fought Morrell. And Morrell, great fighter, but he only had 11 fights in. I appreciate the debate, though, fellas. I really do. But see, this is how I look at it, man. This is how absolutely the fight. Hopefully it happens. This is what I'm gonna say, and this is what I'm looking at. But let me. This is one case that I want to make, okay? And this is how I look at it. When I look at Canelo's resume. Right, when I look at his resume from going way back, and this is what a lot of y'all don't understand, Steven, Melvin. This is what y'all don't get. How you guys are looking at Benavidez right now. Canelo already went through that, and what I mean by that, once upon a time there was a boogeyman in the sport. When Canelo was at 154, the boogeyman was at 160. His name was Gennady Golovkin. At that time, Canelo right? At that time, Canelo was up and coming still. He wasn't quite elite, but at that time, the person that you guys make David Benavidez, and what I mean that, I mean the fans. The guys that y'all make Benavidez out to be, Canelo already went through that. Canelo already went through that. Is what he did, okay? It was Triple G. They said he would never fight Gennady Golovkin. He would never get that fight. He would never do that. He would never give him a chance. Guess what? He gave him the chance. He fought him. And although I think Golovkin won the first fight very closely, Canelo fought him, okay? He already went through that. Then what did Canelo do? He rematched him and got the victory. So Canelo's already been through this. Yeah, Morrell didn't have 300 amateur fights, bro. Why y'all so scared? My man, Melvin, I'm with you. I want to see the fight. Red Hawk, now, welcome. Everybody, welcome in. I want to see the fight. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'd love to see the fight between Canelo and David Benavidez. Oh, you realize how sweet it would be? Oh my gosh, it would be the sweetest thing ever because, oh, I'd love it. I might turn into a troll for a day if those twos were to fight. Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, okay? Because I'd be doing the whole I told you so dance, okay? Not counting Benavidez out. Benavidez is good. He does what he does really good. I'm not counting him out. But when I look at the styles, okay? When I look at their experience, when I look at their resumes, when I look at their strong points in the ring, you'd have to be crazy not to favor Canelo. If all you're banking off of is David Benavidez coming forward and throwing punches, y'all got to remember who that works with and who it does not work with, okay? Y'all got to remember that. Okay, 155. Whatever it is that he fought Golovkin at that time. The way, whatever it is, he fought him. Triple G was 36, bro. Look at leading up to that point, he knocked out everybody. Come on now. Y'all were just saying that y'all want Canelo to fight Benavidez because y'all say he's getting a little older. Triple G easy? Triple G is easy? Come on, man. Are y'all fight fans? Are you guys boxing fans, man? Or are you guys just Canelo haters, man? What is it, man? Because I'm trying to reason with y'all. The only one that said something reasonable that I agree with is my man that said that Canelo's getting a little bit older. That I agree 100% with. Yeah, he may have lost a step. That's not hating. That's the truth. But when we start talking about he's scared, when we start talking about that, like, bro, his resume does not tell me that. His resume does not tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Gilbert, what's going on, brother? Everyone's getting older. I agree with all of that. No, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, man, if you make a case inside that ring, I'm like, okay. My man that said Canelo's getting a little bit older, that's a solid point. You could say that. Hey, by all means, that's solid. But he's scared, this and that. It's like, no, I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. Listen, Benavidez, I get it, man. It'd be a great fight. Hopefully it does. We don't know what's going to happen with this RIYADH season, okay? There's 4 fights. We know one of them is going to be Crawford because that's what Turkey wants. Dimitri Bivol is what Canelo wants, but it's not certain. That's another thing. Y'all realize that Canelo is chasing a rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Y'all going to tell me that he's going to chase Dimitri Bivol, but he's scared of David Benavidez? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Who's going to counter Canelo? This clown trying to fight Jake Paul. I mean, at this point, making a money grab. I mean, I don't think I would have not been a fan of that fight, Melvin. But, I mean, at the same time, what's going on, brother? How you doing, my man? One Man Army, what's up? I'm not a fan of him fighting Jake Paul, bro. I get it. Oh, Serviceto, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Heck yeah. Thank you, sir. Let me see. How can you hate on a dude that started at 140 and went all the way up to 175 and has KO'd people in every division, but you praise a guy that just went up to 175 going to decisions? Servicero's making a good point there, y'all. He's making a really good point there, and you got to realize what he's saying there. Okay? Listen, I'm a fan of David Benavidez. I will never take of what David Benavidez does inside that ring. And I said it on a video after this last Saturday. The reason that a lot of us, and Paulie Malignaggi said the same thing, okay, we're skeptical is because how David fights in the ring, his strengths are not common things that we see in the boxing ring. You would think that a fighter that fights the way that his fight, the style that he fights, would not be as successful as him, but he makes it work and he does a great job of it. Not going to take away from what David Benavidez does in that ring, nor am I going to downplay him, okay? I get it. He's all of the above. He's a big dude. He's super, super fast. He's a volume puncher. He's a precise puncher. He could hit you from weird angles. I get all of that. I'm not downplaying it. But when I look at that and I see a style of Canelo Alvarez, a guy that wants you to come at him, a guy that relentlessly will hit you to the biceps, to the arms, to the body, that would just relentlessly attack you, okay, and not give up. I'm thinking, how does Benavidez, and y'all know, the ones that said that, David Benavidez does not keep himself in the best of shape. Y'all saw how soft his body was in this upcoming fight. Morrell didn't go to the body. Whatever, that's his decision. He did not go to the body, and it cost him quite a bit in this fight. That comes with professional rankings. But you think about a Canelo Alvarez, okay? A smaller dude, David's not going to be able to hit him as flush. And as long as David keeps coming forward, y'all don't remember Canelo's head movement? Y'all don't think about Canelo's defense, okay? A lot of those punches that Morrell was getting hit with came off from the experience that David Benavidez has over him, rightfully so. But you're talking about Canelo Alvarez, okay? David Benavidez, another example, he's not a knockout puncher, okay? He's a high volume puncher. He'll break you down as the fight progresses, but he's not that guy that got that one hitter quitter, okay? We've seen Canelo's chin get tested. This man caught flush shots to the chin from a Gennady Golovkin. If you're not familiar, go look at the highlights. Look at how this dude was knocking dudes out. Body punches, left hooks. Bro, he was doing it all. Canelo ate those punches up. Gennady Golovkin ate Canelo shots too. Let's be real with it. So all this puts together, I'm like, okay, Benavidez definitely has a puncher's chance, but is this really the guy that we're going to say Canelo's scared of? And here's another thing. If y'all remember, when Canelo chased the fight with Dimitri Bivol and he got it, his plan was to face Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev after Dimitri Bivol. Do you realize how we're talking about the rematch between Bivol and Beterbiev right now? We're making it seem like it's two titans, like it's Thanos and Darkseid, okay? We're like it's the Hulk versus the Red Hulk. But when Canelo wanted to fight them, we're just gonna downplay it. I went off on a tantrum. Servicero music, I blame you, bro. Steven, I'll agree with you. Kovalev wasn't the crusher, but he still jumped up and fought him. Yeah, for sure, man. Dill, what's going on, bro? Yeah, man. My man, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. I think Canelo would still want those fights, man. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, as petty as it might sound, okay? And I want to break something down, okay? Because I heard David Benavidez and his pop say it. Canelo did not say that Benavidez did not get the fight because he was too mean. There's a difference between being mean and being disrespectful. We have got to remember that Canelo Alvarez is not from the U.S., okay? People like Canelo, people from certain places, respect is everything. Okay, to be respectful is everything. And I gave this analogy before, and I'm going to give it again. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Let's just say that right now, okay? Let's just say that right now, it's kind of floating in the air that I could do something with ESPN, okay? It's just kind of out there. Like the possibility of me working for ESPN, let's just say it's out there. We talked a little bit. We're on the same plane, not the same playing field, but we're in the same line of business, okay? Let's just say that. And let's say out of nowhere, I say, man, ESPN is scared to put me on because my channel is going to take their channel over. And on top of that, I don't just say it like that. I say they're effing scared. They're being ease about it and all of the above. If I start going like that, what do you think ESPN's going to say? They're literally going to do this to me. Next. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Morrell has better movement than Canelo? Berlanga started to doing his little trash talk in the press conferences, bro. That's a whole different story. I am drinking, bro. Cherry Sprite. Eddie Sense, 83. Why do you think Reynoso at the Benavidez fight? I actually talked about this, bro. This is what I said about that. Eddie Reynoso was not simply at the fight as a fan, okay? He's a fan of the sport, and I'm sure if he wasn't there, he would have seen it on TV. He wasn't just there as a fan. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. And why do I say that? Because he was scouting, in my personal opinion, he was scouting to see these guys, and he was taking a look at Benavidez, in my opinion. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said it before, man. Like I said it before. He was looking at the Mexican G. He was looking for flaws. Yeah, he was scouting him. He was for sure scouting him, man. Yeah, I see that 100%. I'm telling y'all, there's going to be announcements in the next day or two. Now, this came right out of Turkish Al-Sheikh's mouth. We don't know exactly who Canelo's going to be fighting next. We know it's a 4-fight deal. Okay, we know Canelo wants Dimitri Bivol. We know that Turkish Al-Sheikh definitely is going to make Canelo Crawford. Besides that, we don't know what the heck else is going to be. We have no clue. I'm telling you, and I think that has to do with the fact that we got light heavyweights about to clash in 2 weeks, okay? We got the possibility of David Benavidez fighting one of those guys depending on how they fight. If Bivol wins, there could be a third match. We don't know. Oh, Dill, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Thank you, bro. I believe in those 4 fights. He will fight David Benavidez if he's still winning at 175, especially if he beats the winner of it. Yeah, I think so too, Dill. I honestly think so too, bro. I think that's a high possibility for him to fight David Benavidez in that deal. You guys got to remember, and I heard this on the interview, is that David Benavidez is going to be at that fight on February 22nd, the rematch between Bivol and Beterbiev. Benavidez is going to be there. So is Alexander Usyk. He's going to be there too. There's going to be a few fighters there, man. Who knows? Canelo may be there. Dill, thanks again for the super chat, brother. Let me see. Red Hawk. I want what fight. Hopefully we get Benavidez versus Canelo, but who knows? I will say David is soft at the gut. Canelo bread and butter. Not say David will lose. Just interesting. Yeah, Red Hawk, you see it too, brother. You see it too. You gotta look at that kind of stuff, bro. Yes. Soft body Benavidez, man. And again, David could do his thing, man. He showed that he could fight on the inside. Those little sneaky uppercuts that he throws. David showed that he could do a lot more than what meets the eye. But he also got hit quite a bit this past weekend by David Morrell. Now, David Morrell is no pushover. We're not going to say he's not good. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about Canelo right here. Actually, Eddie, I think that he did look pretty toned up for the Caleb Plant fight, bro. If I'm not mistaken. I think he did look pretty, you know what I'm saying, in shape for that one. Hey, man, anyways, though, Steven and Melvin, I'm glad that y'all come in here, man, and I'm glad that y'all talk about this because that's what the channel is about. I don't want nobody to be, it's not about getting at each other, man. It's about having a good debate. That's what we do as boxing fans. That is what we do. Texas, Rufetto the Texas. Canelo. It's funny, man. There's a lot of people that call Canelo a duck, but as far as to the argument of why, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I look at his resume and it doesn't tell me that he's a duck. I'm sorry, man. Melvin, yeah, man, I'm still trying to work on it, Melvin. I try to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m., man, but sometimes it falls. Sometimes I don't get to it, just depending on what time I got to work the next day. And when I got my kids, bro, it's also a little bit more difficult. But I'm glad you made it out tonight, brother. I'm glad you made it out tonight. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys. Anyways, man, going back to the Riyadh season though, man, there's a lot of moves being made there, bro. And let me tell y'all something. Hold on to the edge of your seats, man, because Turkish Al-Sheikh, and this is another thing. I think you guys saw that Jake Paul put the contract between him and Canelo out there. Supposedly it was like damn near signed. And from the reports that I heard, it was at the 1 yard line, which means it was just about a finished deal. Turkish Al-Sheikh was not a fan of that fight being made because he feels that, and I kind of agree with this, okay? At this point, Canelo Alvarez, and I've said it before, his legacy is sealed and done. If he wants to add to his legacy at this point, then obviously, and I think he has a great legacy. I think Canelo is a future Hall of Famer, all of the above, right? I'm not arguing that. But if he does want, and if he just wants to do a farewell tour, that's fine with the fights that you're going to make. But if you do want to add to your legacy, then obviously you have to take different opponents, right? For example, if he would have fought in Jake Paul, it would have been entertaining. The world would have been watching because I think the majority of the boxing fans would have loved to see Jake Paul get knocked out, right? But would we look back 5 years, 10 years in the future, look back and say, yo, Canelo was great, he fought Jake Paul? No, it wouldn't be that type of fight. It was just money. Junior Gomez, what makes you think that, bro? Yeah, Eddie Sense, that's what Turkish Al-Sheikh said, man. He said when Canelo's 60 years old, he should fight Jake Paul. Now, Melvin, I don't think he's going to be juicing. I guarantee you he's not going to be doing a vegan diet for that fight, though. I guarantee you he's not going to be doing a vegan diet for that, bro. Like he did the last time around, which was his fault. Canelo went from eating freaking Canelo was instead eating like jackfruit tacos for the damn fight with Bivol. I don't know why he went vegan for that fight, man. Ugh. The tainted taco meat. Nah, bro, he wasn't eating meat at all for the Bivol fight. I just said, bro, it was all vegan. Gilbert, I think Gilbert, it's still a possibility, bro. It's still a possibility. I think I messaged you earlier and I said maybe not because obviously Turkey's involved, but we honestly don't know what fights are to come. Well, the crazy part is Canelo's fighting in May, and we know that Garcia and Haney are fighting in May. Could y'all imagine if they made Canelo the headline of that card? That would be ridiculous. You're driving. Yo, Steven, be careful, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. So I wanted to ask, what is your position on the whole Canelo and the Clinton and the aftermath? If I'm being real, Dill, okay, and I just got to keep it real, is that, then take what you want from it, obviously, man, but this is how I look at it, man. So Canelo is a fighter, and even at that time, I think he was with Golden Boy Promotions, that, you know, a lot of money goes into athletes, okay? A lot of money goes into athletes. Let me give y'all for example, okay? If I'm not mistaken, I heard that Tom Brady, while he was playing, it was part of his contract that he could, like, not go ride quads. Like, he could not ride motorcycles. It's part of his contract when he was with the NFL. Because people invest millions and millions and millions of dollars into these people. Disco, what up, brother? Because people invest a lot into these athletes in general, all right? So with Canelo Alvarez, it's a slippery slope, bro, because I would have to say that whatever he's eating, that he would be extra careful. Knowing how Canelo is, he would have to be extra careful on what he's eating. No matter if he's eating at a taco truck, no matter what he's eating, you have to know exactly what you're eating. Now, if it was a situation that somebody slipped something into his diet, Highly unlikely, man, because technically clenbuterol, however you say it, it's not a PED. Okay, it's not a performance enhancing drug. People call it that, but it's not a performance enhancing drug. It's a drug to help you cut weight but keep your muscle mass. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not an expert at this, right? So if someone was to slip something in Canelo, that wouldn't necessarily, in my opinion, make them faster, stronger, none of that. It's a way to cut weight faster, if I'm not mistaken, but it's not technically a PED. So I think it kind of came and it kind of faded. It's just, for me, it's hard to think that a professional athlete, doesn't know exactly what they're eating, because people are investing millions and millions of dollars into you. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Melvin, that's what I'm saying. No, it's a banned substance by all means, bro. I'm not excusing it at all. And that's why he got suspended for 6 months, right? Sam Good, once Canelo retires, who do you see as the next face of boxing? Yeah, it's a diuretic, Gilbert. Yeah. Sam Good. Honestly, bro, the only guy that I see right now, because let me just say something. When we talk face of boxing, it's more than just your skills, okay? Pound for pound list does not equal face of boxing. That's not how it works. So don't get my words twisted here, fellas. The only fighter that I see right now that has the potential to be the face of boxing, there's going to be a lot of stars in boxing always, as long as these guys keep fighting and hopefully they fight each other. There's always going to be stars in the sport to carry the sport. But as far as the face, I see it being Disco, whatever, man. I see it being Ryan Garcia, depending if he dedicates himself, because he just has that star power. Yeah, he just has star power. Ryan Garcia has it to him. I'm not saying he'd be the best in the game, but he has star power. The way that he fights, we've always talked about Garcia being one-trick pony, okay? His left hook, the man has speed and he has power. But the thing is, with the Ryan Garcia fight, you're watching at the edge of your seat, because you know that the fight could end at any possible moment. You know, at any moment, Ryan Garcia lands a left hook, the dude is going down. Okay? So he's not dedicated enough. I agree with that. He's not dedicated enough, but the kid has the looks. He has the star power. He has the following. He has all the tools needed to be the face of boxing, like a second coming of Oscar De La Hoya almost, So to answer your question, if Ryan dedicates himself, I get what you're saying, bro. MAW, I get what you're saying, bro. But at the end of the day, they could still carry the sport, bro. Yeah, it just depends on what he does with it, my man. It just depends. Xander and Virgil, I think that would be a good fight, but it may be a little bit too soon for Xander, bro. MAW, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, bro. But let me tell you something, man. In boxing, and this is just real talk, there's more casual boxing fans than there's actual boxing fans, okay? That's just how it is. Why do you think that people will still tune into a Mike Tyson fight? It has nothing to do with accomplishments to be the face of boxing, bro. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. If that was the case, I mean, then I could name a lot of names for you, but you got to have the star power to you. And some fighters have it and some don't. Yeah, and that's just what it is, man. And you got to remember, man, at the same time, Ryan Garcia, he may be a lot of things, man, but the reality is, Eddie, I'm with you on that, and we actually talked about that in the past, brother. I'll actually get right back to that one, Eddie. But that's just what it is, bro. We're talking about popular, who could carry the sport. Who are people gonna tune in to watch? It'd be Ryan, bro. And Eddie, a good thing that he brought. And my man Eddie since '83 said, "I'm scared of boxing after Canelo for real." Now, he brought up a good point here, and let me explain something to y'all. Canelo is technically still from like an era before. Like, he's still currently fighting. It's almost like Floyd Mayweather when he kept on fighting and he fought like the Robert Guerreros, the Marcos Maidanas, even when he fought Canelo and stuff. Mayweather had already done his era. He was already part of a different era. He just continued fighting, okay? Floyd Mayweather stayed busy, okay? Floyd built his name. Canelo Alvarez, same thing, man. He built his name. He stayed busy. The problem with fighters today is that they want a big bag when they're like 10 fights in. You know, they want to headline pay-per-views. They want to do all that when they haven't even put the work in yet. And to protect their and to protect their popularity, they tend to not fight. They tend to not fight, and that's not good. You got to put your name out there somehow. Demetrius Andrade, for example, I think that he could have been a star in the sport, okay? Not a superstar, face a boxing star, but as far as like when he could have been like a Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, where you're not so popular, but we're like, yo, that dude means business. Demetrius Andrade could have been that guy. But Demetrius Andrade stayed so inactive. He stayed so inactive, it totally worked against him because Demetrius Andrade was waiting for that bag. He was waiting for the big fight, and it never got there. When he was going to fight Billy Joe Saunders, I think Saunders dropped dirty for dope or some kind of PED. But after that, it's not like he picked up a fight right away. Maybe he did have a fight in between that. It's been a while. But he could have been a guy like that, but they just do not fight. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just chill, and that's what happens. Abel Perez, Canelo will never fight Benavidez. We don't know, man. Canelo has 4 fights to fulfill with Turkish Al Sheikh in RIYADH season, bro. We shall see. M8, let me see. I see the next wave of 140, 147 fighting each other. A lot of these next 2 years, so many good names. Tank, maybe not Tank. Yeah, I don't think so. Shakur, Ryan, Ryo, Devin, Teofimo. Yeah, no, I agree, bro. But you know what? My man, M8, I also said the same thing a couple of years back about the 135 division because all those dudes you're naming were there and none of them ended up fighting each other except for Devin and Ryan Garcia. Well, Ryan also fought Tank, but we all saw that he drained him down. Melvin, no, he's not, bro. No, he's not. Come on, bro. No, he's not. Let's hope not for the sake of the sport, bro. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. Xander Zayas does strike me as a dude that wants to fight for legacy, okay? There's a few of them out there. And he's fighting pretty consistently also. As long as they stay fighting and get their name out there, people start watching, bro. Yeah, but that fight deal fell apart, bro. That 3-fight deal with PBC completely fell apart. We thought Benavidez would be one of those fights too. Canelo even said, remember when the whole talk was about it? He said, let those guys fight each other and I'll fight the winner. The PBC deal never finished. I think it had to do with money, to be honest with you. I don't think they were able to deliver what Canelo wanted. And ever since then, Canelo's been wanting a rematch with Dimitri Bivol. Man, so we shall see, man. So, again, there's a few names out there, man, to be the next big star. It just depends, man. It just depends, man. Like, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully one of them picks up the torch and runs with it. A lot of them got the potential, y'all. A lot of these fighters have the potential. The problem is, are they going to do it? Oh, MAW, I agree with you on that. At 160 with Andrade, I agree, but he should have just kept fighting. Okay, if y'all remember, man, Jesus Reese, remind me, I'm going to get back to that. But if y'all remember Triple G even, okay? Triple G kept fighting. Triple G, he landed good fights with Matthew Macklin. He landed the fight with Daniel Jacobs. But Triple G landed a lot of fights in between that because he kept his name alive. When you keep your name alive and you stay busy, you back the stars into the corner and you get the fight with them. That's why I think that David Benavidez should have done better at 168 chasing Canelo. If he would have just kept busy, kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting over and over, you kind of forced the fight to happen. Gilbert, thanks for coming by, my man. God bless you, brother. You force the fight to happen, but many of these fighters are just not doing that, man. They're just not doing that. They fight once, people watch them fight, and then they fade away and don't fight for another year. Don't fight for another 8 or 9 months down the line. At that time, people forget about you, bro. You're not going to pull it on people where you fight once in the ring and try to entertain them the rest of the time on your social media platform. That's not how people are going to remember you as a boxer. I think Benavidez stops Bivol. If Morrell couldn't drop him, who had power, Bivol definitely not stopping Benavidez. He going to walk through all those shots. Yeah, but Bivol is not a power puncher, bro. They're two different fighters. Hey, well, Bivol is not that type of fighter at all. Bivol, that's how he fights. Now, what did my man ask earlier over here? Oh, Jesus Reese. How do I think Canelo versus Bivol 2 plays out? Okay, so this is what I'm going to say, that a possibility of Bivol Canelo part 2. The thing is that you knew going into this fight, if you were familiar with Dimitri Bivol, yeah, we definitely will see. If you're familiar with Dimitri Bivol, you saw that his size from the get-go and the way that he fights was going to be a problem for Canelo. That's why when Canelo took that fight, I'm like, damn. That is wild. Why is he going to jump up and fight Bivol? Canelo means business. Everything was good, man. Everything was good. I was like, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Let's watch it. When I heard that Canelo went vegan for the fight against Bivol, I even made a video whenever the fight happened, and I said, this has got to change the betting odds. This has got to change the betting odds because Canelo Alvarez gassed out. Now, yeah, Canelo Alvarez in some fights, he's known to gas out in the later rounds. But if you watch the fight with Bivol, my man was gassing out around the 6th or 7th round. Canelo was already gassed, right? Now, this is Canelo's fault because he chose to go vegan for that fight. So let's not excuse him for that. However, in a rematch, if Canelo trains how Canelo trains, if he keeps his normal diet and he does all that, I think that he fights a different fight. How the outcome of it, I'd have to do my homework on it a little bit more, man, just because the fight could play out a year from now. And by then, we don't know how Canelo's looking. We don't know how Bivol is looking. So it just depends, bro. Tio could be, but Tio could be a star. He could be a star, Teofimo can. Damn, was that fight in 2022, Isaac? Oh my gosh, bro. That is wild. I didn't think it was that long ago, bro. Damn. But we shall see, man. We shall see, man. All right, y'all, I'm going to cut it here soon, but a couple of words before I go, man. All I'm going to say, man, is look out for the news, man, in the next couple of days. I'm talking about tomorrow and Sunday, this weekend, okay? Because something tells me, okay, before I step out of here, let me say this. We got Super Bowl this Sunday, all right? We got the Super Bowl this Sunday. Right now, the world is tuned into the Super Bowl, okay? It would be a perfect time to make an announcement for Canelo's fight in May. Not to overpower the Super Bowl, not to take away from it, but since the world is focused on sports, when you go to your Yahoo, your Google, your ESPN, and all of the above, other big stories are going to come up there, and it'd be the perfect time to promote fights. So be on the lookout, man. We don't know what fights are coming next, but I think we're going to be getting something special coming here with this 4-fight RIYADH deal with Canelo Alvarez and everybody else that's boxing in the game right now. We shall see. So I'm going to step up out of here, y'all. Thank you guys for being part of the live. Thank y'all for chilling with me on this Friday night. Again, I try to do it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. I'm still trying to get used to this whole YouTube and trying to plan them out, the lives and all that. But nonetheless, I will see y'all on the next one. Much love to y'all, and God bless y'all. Peace. Peace, brother.